voices.
Sure.
2 mics. That's off. This is okay. We should be good.
You start it after that, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to
Beauty Unedited,
where we talk about the bullshit in the beauty industry.
I'm Steph.
And I'm Ness, and welcome back to episode number
3.
3.
Oh my gosh.
Can't believe that we already made it this far.
This is kind of crazy. Honestly, and we are on top of it too.
Yeah, we're on
really
top
of
of
it.
it. We've been trying to figure out
Yep.
everything that we're gonna post. I mean, so far you guys don't know.
Yeah.
You guys don't know, but we're
I just can't wait for them to
behind
find
the
out.
scenes. Yeah, behind the scenes, we're like, what are we gonna post?
Yep.
When are we a release date? And we're actually ready to talk about our next topic, which is experiences with clients.
This is gonna be juicy. Like, honestly, I had to think about this for a second because I came into this forgetting what we were talking about today. And then I was like, I'm gonna let this one take me as it goes because I'm not sure what I'm gonna say.
Because you guys don't know. Dude, that's so hard about this industry is that even though we're not in HIPAA violation.
Yeah, no, literally.
But, some of our clients might know who we're talking about. And we just don't want to put everything out there.
Exactly.
But I just remember, like, when I was in the barbershop at Lady Jane's, I used to work with guys, and guys would just ask me the most randomest questions. I don't know.
I
It's
know.
so weird. Okay, during COVID, don't get mad at me, but I'm not the only one that did this, so
Of
you guys
course.
can't get mad at me. I was working during COVID.
Yeah, just for friends.
For friends.
Yes, of course.
And I was actually working outside on my porch. So,
Wow.
yeah. Okay, I wasn't getting no stimulus checks. I was broke as fuck. I still had bills to pay. Like,
Wow.
I needed money. So, I mean, you guys can't get mad at me. I can expose all y'all.
No.
All y'all.
Don't even. We got receipts. Like
All y'all that were working during COVID. Because, for real.
Oh my
But,
gosh.
oh my gosh. No, and one of the things that I remember vividly when I used to work at the shop, at the barber shop.
No.
Okay, Lady Jane's shop was something else. No, it's just where I was at, like the area, but people had some weird things. I've had one guy ask me if I would be, if who's like, "Are you single?" And I'm like, I was single at the time, so I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh well, I mean, have you ever thought about being part of a throuple?"
No.
Yeah.
He had a girl.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
How many times had you been cutting his hair at this time, you think?
It's probably been like the second time. The first time he didn't say anything.
No.
The first time he was just chill, whatever. The second time.
He was trying to feel you out the first time. He's like, okay.
Yeah. No,
Girl
but that
barber,
was
okay.
So weird. And then there's this other time where this guy, okay, this was kind of a little bit of a story. He was like, he just kind of came in, and it was my first time cutting his hair, and he was just like, so I was like, oh, so how's everything going? Da, 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 trying to make conversation.
Of course.
And he was just like, well, I'm with this girl right now, and she's with her mans too, and I'm over here mad because he doesn't want to like break up with him, and she doesn't want to break up with him, but she's still with me, and
What
they were
in
having
the
issues. Like, so
world?
there was like a love triangle, right? So the guys,
Oh.
yeah, so the guy was basically like the side piece, and I was like, okay, so then why don't you just break up with her? And you know what he said? He was like, it's because I just love having sex.
No. No. He did not.
And he was
That's
like, basically, he
crazy.
admitted to me that he was a sex addict. He was like, I just can't like live without sex. Like, I gotta have sex, and
But-
she's really good. And it was my first time with him. My first
What
time,
in the
and this guy
world?
was out here saying that he was a sex addict. I've never cut his hair again after that.
Oh.
I've had a couple people actually ask me out on dates and stuff like that, but I
See, I have never. Okay, and it's probably just because you're in like that type of setting, but I never had anything like that happen to me.
no.
But I was working at a salon.
Yeah.
Mostly girl clients.
Yeah, no, I was working at a barbershop. This one guy too, who I cut his hair. He was Hispanic. I don't remember where he was from. And he always, every time he came to me, he was asking me out on a date, like, "Oh, let me take you out to eat and this and that." I was like,
You're like, can you
bruh."
just add that in my tip, actually?
For real? No, I always had like a strict like rule. I wouldn't date clients.
No.
Like that was my thing. Like I don't date clients because it just gets weird. People get really weird.
Yeah.
John was lucky because he was gonna become my client.
Yeah, and honestly, we don't want to potentially lose a client. You know what I'm saying? I'm just,
Right.
I'm just
For
I'm
real.
just playing.
Like, if you're gonna pay me because you like
Wait a
me.
second. You had him as a client first?
Who?
John.
No.
Oh,
That's right.
no,
He
no.
wanted to be my
Oh,
client.
wanted to be your
He
client.
wanted to come in for a haircut. And at the time, like, we were talking. We weren't talking, but he would ask me. I'm like, hey, like, can you come in for a haircut? And I'm like, yeah, like, I'm here. I told him when we got together, I was like, if you would have came in, we would have never dated.
Why?
So it was in his favor. I don't know.
Just cause?
Just cause. Like, you can be my client
Wow.
after,
Totally.
but during, no.
Wow.
But back to the story,
Wow.
he would give me, pretty good tips, but then one time he actually like asked me. He was like, "Have you ever thought about getting a real career?" And I was like, "What do you mean by that?" He was like, "Yeah, like have you ever thought about going to school and doing this and doing that?" And I'm like, and I kind of not I didn't go off on him,
Wow.
but I did go a little bit off. I was like,
Wow.
"What do you mean a real career? Like this is my career. I have a license. I pay thousands of dollars to go to cosmetology school to be able to cut your hair." And
100%.
he kind of just stood quiet, bro. Like he didn't think he was like, "Oh, okay."
Tell me that was the last time you cut it.
I think so. Yeah, he went to another girl after that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Actually,
because people
though.
actually have the nerve to say that.
So, just as a reminder, while Nessa's pulling this up, we in our link in bio on our Instagram, we have a questionnaire slash like jot form where you guys can fill out, tell us like experiences, things you wish you knew before the beauty industry, just like pretty much anything that we can share on the podcast. You can choose to remain anonymous if you don't want to. We can shout you out if you want. We're gonna read a couple off.
I will shout her out. Story reading. So I know this girl. We're like acquaintances. We don't like hang out, but I know of her and she does really good work. Her name is Yesenia, and she says, I'm a senior college student going into advertising and marketing, and I run my own business in the beauty industry as a nail technician. She's from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Slay Yesenia.
And she has a story slash question. She
Okay,
was
let's
like,
hear it.
how do we remove the negative
Connotation?
connotation? Okay.
Energy, essentially.
She says, how do we remove the negative connotation behind the beauty world and the sense of being self employed? In other words, as a question, conversation starter, and a comment, why do we think people do not view the beauty industry as a real job, despite the hard work, hours, etc., that goes into it? Thank you, Yesenia, for that. You can go follow her at NailsXYE on Instagram.
You know what, Yesenia, I'm so glad that you brought this up because
That's what I've been asking myself my whole
this
life.
too. Do you want to know what's funny? Is I feel like I so much relate to this because when I was younger, you will not believe what sport I played that people told me that was not a sport.
What?
Guess. Guess what sport I played that people think don't consider a sport?
Golf.
Can you picture me as a damn golfer?
Okay, but that's like the first thing that I think of when he's like,
Fair.
"What's not
When
a
I tell you,
sport?"
you're gonna be like,
golf.
oh, cheer.
You
know? Oh, are you saying it's not a sport too?
No, I think
It's
a
competitive
sport,
as hell. I'm
yeah.
not saying sideline like when they're cheering next to the football players. Like
Yeah.
I do not think that's a sport at all. But
No, that's
I feel like
physical. That's
everything
physical.
I've ever done, like people always
Yeah.
consider not like for not literally, but you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
not a sport, not a career. Like what is that? I think it's because it's enjoyable.
Right. Like I don't even know how to explain it. Like it's so hard. We work more and double the work that we do into than a normal job. Like you can go into a 9 to 5 job and then you clock out and you're done. Not us.
Nope.
Especially business owners. Like we have to promote ourselves. We have to find clients. We have to edit our videos. We have to post on TikTok. We have to pay bills. We have to put money into our supplies. We have to order online.
Oh my gosh, slay.
There's just
Crazy.
a long list of things. Like opening your own business is so hard.
Absolutely.
So hard. And if you're not like in this industry personally and you don't see everything that goes behind the scenes and you just see us in the front and just working and you think that we just go home from there, you can't really say nothing because you don't understand.
You can't really say nothing.
You really can't say nothing.
No.
Like it's like me telling you how to do your job.
Yep.
I'm not gonna tell you because I don't know. But if you're telling us that we should do a whole job, the other job, because you just see us in the front and you don't see us behind the scenes, and you can't really say anything about it.
Like I'm sorry I have a fun job, okay?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I can come in when I want to and you can't.
No, literally. I remember thinking to myself though when I was younger that as soon as and I shouldn't even say younger, it was when I was a senior and I finally, but also figured out that I was not going to be a nurse. I was like, that is just not me. I cannot work in a hospital. No. But I feel like that's when I realized I want to just love what I'm doing. And I want to go into work every single day loving what I'm doing. And I'm not going to have that in a hospital setting. So for
That would,
me, that ended up being hair.
me too, though, because I was gonna go in a whole different
What were you
career.
going to do?
I actually wanted to be a detective.
I knew that.
Yeah.
You were oh, hold on. Were you not going to still go to school after cos school?
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew you were
I
planning
actually
on
did.
that.
I actually did for 1 year.
Wait, why did I like not really know that?
'Cause we
I
weren't
feel like I
talking at the
did, but
time.
that sounds so mean.
Yeah, I went to college for a year. But I wasn't studying being a cop. I was actually going to be a sign language interpreter.
Damn.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
You know full sign?
I know sign. I'm not
What?
like
I'm trying to teach Bray more. All
yeah.
done.
Finish.
Well, eat.
Milk.
Oh, milk. Yeah, that one.
That's about all I know. You should do please.
Please. Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you.
We can do mom.
What's thank you? Oh yeah, thank you. I
And
knew it was something
mom.
like that.
Oh,
And dad
and
is
dad
up
here.
top.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually
That
love
is
sign
so
language.
impressive.
I've been saying this for years now. Like I want to go back and finish, but it's just so hard. Once you're in the like business industry, like doing this full time,
Yeah.
like it's so hard to find time for yourself and doing it.
Makes so much sense though.
Yeah.
Like you're
It's
so busy. You literally own a
it's so
suite.
hard.
Like
But even
yeah.
for you, I feel like you're a mom and you have your own business running for you. So I feel like it's just hard when we want to add more things, but
No, so true.
it just makes
So
it so
true.
complicated.
And that's when you take advantage of all the people who want to see your baby.
Props to Yesenia. Like props to you, girl. You're
Yes.
going to school
Yeah.
and you're running your own nail business. Like
Facts.
props to you. Like
Facts.
like that's
You
no,
about to
for
be
real.
making the big bucks too.
No, for real.
Seriously.
Marketing, you're gonna be able. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Bro, but isn't it crazy that when like us, with on top of doing everything that we do, we also have to be therapists to our clients.
Oh my gosh, yeah. You know those times where you leave work and you literally just drive the whole way home in complete silence and you don't even realize that it's silent though.
No,
It's
me.
like your mind is just saying 1,000 different things and like I know everyone kind of goes through that, but it happens so much more often just in our like service industry for sure.
I used to tell that to John when we were first together. I'm like, you don't understand like how stressed out I get. Because even though it's not my problem, it's just you
Yeah.
just feel like
Kind of carry
yeah,
it.
exactly. Like you're literally a therapist. You're talking to your clients and you're helping them out with their problems. But then it's just takes a toll on you because then okay, cool. Let's say this client is sad. You have to kind of be empathy. This client is happy, so now you're happy and
Right.
you have to be excited for them. The next client is
So
depressed, so
true.
now you have
So
to
true.
be, you have to be in the same setting as they are.
That's-
Can't really be opposite of them because then it just makes a weird experience.
And honestly, it's not even like we're trying to be freaking chameleons and camouflage. Like, genuinely, it's because we care about you and we're feeling what you're feeling. And that's why it takes so much out of us. Like, honestly,
yeah, like
it's crazy.
just draining.
Like, I truly do care. We truly care.
Yeah, we really do. We try to be there for you guys, and I
Yeah.
actually have a lot of clients who just literally sit down and all they do is talk and talk
I
and talk,
love it.
and then I'm not saying nothing, and they're just talking and talking. She's like, "Oh, I love being here. I feel like I can just like go," and I'm like, "Well, you're not letting me talk. It's okay. It's okay. Take the floor, bro." That's the other thing. We know so
That's
much
so
about
funny.
a lot of our clients,
Oh my
don't you think? Like the tea, things that go in the personal life. And I'm just like, you're telling me this?
I genuinely don't even think people would believe half the stuff that we know. Like, the worst of it, I could never tell.
Like literally what I just said about the guy telling me he's like basically an addict to sex. Like
That is something else.
like okay, the only reason why I'm saying this because I don't have him as a client anymore.
Mhm.
Like I'm not gonna spill the tea with my clients that I have
Of course,
currently
of
unless
course.
they're okay with me telling the story.
Just taking a break now.
Bro, what the fuck? Our brain
What?
just went.
I know. That
It
never
just
happens
cleared
to
up.
us.
No, for real. What the heck?
It's because this topic is so like it's something that we can so talk about, but at the same time it's so
We really
like
can't.
yeah, because like honestly, it's kind of crazy. We're the first to find out that you aren't feeling your man's anymore. We're the first to find out that you're pregnant. We're the what?
Yes.
What?
Yes, about the man. It's so crazy.
Unreal.
Because then next week they're like, we're fine.
Or I'd be seeing a Snapchat post. I'm like, they must have made up or something.
Right. I'm just like, they're like, I'm gonna break up with him tonight. And I'm like, oh, so next thing you know, they're together still. Like, okay. It's just
no,
it's just
literally. Well, and it's probably different for you because how often do you feel like you see most of your clients? Every like 2 to 3 weeks,
every
generally.
2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, and for me, it's every like 3 months. So what happens in between those appointments is so much happens during those appointments. There's so much to talk about every time.
Yes.
You
And
know?
no, you know what the other crazy thing is that I used to travel for work at a different city. And if one of you girls are watching, you probably know what city this is. But I used to travel and I used to do nails for girls over there too. And it was funny because everybody in that city knows each other and it's a little bit smaller.
Mm.
So I would do the nails for this one girl and they would tell me the tea of this other girl. This other girl would come in and then she would tell me the tea about the
You were the middleman getting
bro.
everything.
I was like, what the frick? Like, I was like,
Oh.
what is going on? So then it's like, you hear two sides of the stories, and you're like trying to piece them together, and it's like, I can't say anything. I can't say anything to either of them. I'm like, I can't be like, she said this about you, because I can't do that, because it just makes me unprofessional. So I'm
Do you
just
have
like,
a poker face or no?
yeah, I'm just like,
Oh yeah, so
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
hide it. You can hide it.
But you
But
guys
it's
would never
not
know.
easy.
No, it's
No,
not
it's
because
not easy.
you want to tell them, especially if they're like, okay, not gonna lie, if you're like my best friend and someone's talking shit about you, like I'm gonna say something because
Absolutely.
you're my friend and I'm not gonna let someone bash you. But if it's two different people that I'm not really close with, I
Right.
don't know, you guys are just
Right.
clients, you guys come in, I'm like, I'll keep the tea. I love the tea. Spill the tea, please.
Rant to me.
Rant to me. It's okay. I'm not gonna tell nobody. But don't talk shit about my best friend.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
where you cross the line.
That's where you cross the line. We have another story reading. We're gonna try to do a couple
Yeah.
on each video, so we can also have more topics to talk to you guys about. So this one's from our other friend Mads. We love you, Mads.
We love Mads. By the way, we need to add she was actually in our graduating class with us, right?
No,
Or was
she
she-
graduated before us.
Oh my gosh, she was. She was 6 weeks ahead of us because
Yeah.
they would do. You would technically be a part of like There was like two classes
Yeah.
together, but it was just either 6 weeks ahead or 6 weeks behind. But
Yeah.
and she was the only one in her class.
Yeah, she was the only
one. She like graduated by herself.
She was
that
part
day.
of our 4 for 4.
Yes, she
Definitely.
was.
So this is Mads or Madeline. She's a cosmetologist, and you guys can follow her on Instagram at mad.beauty17. We love you. She's from Holland, Michigan, and she has a story for us. Do you want to read it this time?
Yes, I would love to. Oh gosh. I'm excited to read this. I'll never forget my first ever balayage on someone. We were taught to tease big sections and paint on triangles and reverse triangles, but I totally forgot to tease any of this lady's hair, just slapped on bleach in huge triangles and called it good. When I went to rinse her after she was done processing, I had realized what I'd done and was very humbled. She came in for a redo, and it wasn't by me. I can barely blame her though. It made for a great before photo for the next girl who fixed it. By the way, I just need to add that whenever it was a bad before, you best believe I did always post it. And I would say, before not done by
Not
me.
my work.
Not my work. Oh my
That's
gosh,
so
Mads.
bad.
You know that happened to all of us too. We'd have a few bleeds, and we'd find out when we got back to the bowl. Oh my gosh.
For me, it was highlights. I freaking hated highlights. I can't tell you how many times I've had highlights bleed.
It's the worst feeling.
And
They're not
yeah.
easy to cover either.
They're not, and that's where I come in from the last video where I was saying that they didn't teach us root tapping or anything. Because if we'd
Right.
known, I would have probably fixed it with some root tap.
Totally.
But they don't teach you.
But instead, they're
nothing.
leaving with cheetah spots.
That's so true. In between, bro. I remember I used to have this one girl that came in and got highlights every single time. I don't know if you remember her. She used to have curly hair, and everyone would switch her off. Like, you remember?
Oh, wait, no. I thought you were talking about the one that starts with an M.
Oh, starts
Do you
with
know
a
who I'm talking
D.
about?
No.
Starts with an M, ends in with an L.
No.
She had dark hair. Oh yeah, it was all dark, root touch down to her butt, and everyone she would go person to person, and she would come in if she even saw one little spot with a gray. Do you remember that? She would be like just this one little spot.
Oh, I think I remember.
I think you do too. Like she was crazy. She was a school client. You know what I'm saying by that?
She sounds
My
like a little
baby is
bird.
screaming, but
like,
in a good way. In a good way. She's like,
she's so funny. She sounds like a little bird.
I can't with her. I
Oh
can't.
my gosh. No, but this girl, her name was, I can't even say her name. It started with a D. I'll say it to you. She used to come in every time to do
Wow, that
highlights.
sounds so familiar. I feel like I
And she
remember.
would just get mad at everybody. Like she was like one of those. She was like basically a caring client
Wow.
until she came to me, bro. And then every single time she came to me, she started booking me. And it was just one of those things. Okay, we don't hate our clients, but you
No.
guys can be a little hard to handle sometimes.
And a
Just,
little
just
annoying.
a
I'm just
little
kidding. I'm
bit,
kidding.
a little pet peeve here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Talking about pet peeves, though, honestly, let's talk about some things that piss me off that you do. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. What about you? Is it specifically for lashes or nails or cutting or?
Oh, I have one for
There's.
each
I was
one.
gonna say, yeah, true,
I
true,
have a
true. Of
couple for
course, of
each
course.
of them. When it comes to lashing, you guys squint your eyes like this.
Do I do that?
No, you don't do
Are
that.
you?
No.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Even when I talk to you?
No, you don't. No, no. It's like literally you're closing like
What?
yeah.
What are they
Like
doing?
you guys are literally like okay,
You're like,
it's like really it's like and I don't
are
even
you
know
like
what to say.
relax?
I'm just like I'm like, are you okay? Like, is there something wrong? Is something burning? Most of the time I just kind of let you guys just stop squinting and then
Literally.
but then okay, I'm going in again to put a lash and you guys go. I'm like, oh my gosh.
And it takes so much longer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I try to be a chill nail tech. Like I
for
let
sure.
you guys be on your phone while I'm doing your nails. But when it comes to the like doing the polish part and I'm doing gel and you guys go and grab and you guys are grabbing stuff over here, fuzz gets on your nails and it
No.
bothers me so much. And I'm just like,
No.
and I'm so nice. I don't say nothing. I'm like so nice because it happens so often where it's just come to like, okay, whatever, I'll just wipe it off. But then you guys go and do it again, and I'm just like.
Oh, you're wiping it off
Yeah,
and
I have to wipe.
redoing it.
No, no, no. I don't have to redo the nail polish, but like I just have to wipe the
I see
lint
what
off. Just
like
wait till
you're
we're
in
done.
there for the service. Just get it done while you're there, and then you can go.
Man,
Reach in your bag when you're done.
man. Let's see. Hair cutting.
I know.
Well,
Can you think of one with hair cutting?
besides them asking me weird ass questions,
I
guys
know,
are more
true.
chiller than you would think. They're
What
not
about
that
like
bad.
lifting their head for you? I know they're just try. I know you guys are just trying to help, but genuinely, I'm going to get water down your back if you try to lift your head.
Oh, from at the shampoo bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like
remember that happens.
That
Yeah.
still happens. My dad is like the worst one of it.
He's
He
just
always
like,
he always lifts his head and he's like, "Well, I just saw." I'm like, "No." Well, that's why you have a shower down your back now.
Oh, I can think of one for hair cutting. I think it's when I'm like telling you look down and you guys just go.
I'm
Like, bro, when I'm
right,
saying
like
look
more,
down,
like more.
literally look down, like, and it's a little
I do
bit.
that too. I'm like more.
I'm just like this, and
more.
then you guys have your head so stiff. What
Do
else
people
am I
ever do that with their hands and their nails? Are you like
yes,
loosen up?
when you guys are so stiff with your hands, like you guys are like, I'm like, I literally fighting with your fingers, and it gives me so much pain in my hands. You
That's
guys don't
so
understand.
funny.
I grab their hands like this when they're stiff, and I'm just like, until they're like until they stop being so stiff with their finger.
That's so funny.
I'm just like,
That's
relax,
so
relax
funny.
your hand, and they're like, I'm just not used to it. I'm like, it's okay, but you can't keep fighting me.
We're
Oh
just
my
trying to make
gosh.
you look good. I promise.
Man. Oh, I can think of another one for lashing. Oh, there's
What?
so many, bro. Like there's so okay.
They're popping into your head now?
Yeah, like okay, lashing. I don't care like if you take a phone call, whatever, but if you guys are trying to send a text message, that's a whole different problem. I'm just like, I'm not gonna send text messages for you. Like you should have told them. I really don't take that
For
long for
you?
doing lashes. Like
Like they have you send the text?
yeah,
Oh,
they're like,
no,
oh,
no,
can you
no, no,
reply
no.
for this? And I'm like, if you're my friend, I'll send a quick like, or like let's say
Right, like hey, on my way or
yeah, like let's say, oh, my boyfriend's texting me to see if I'm done. Can you like reply almost done or I'm on my okay, that's fine, whatever. But if it's like you guys are having like a whole separate conversation besides the I'm like,
right.
girl, no, like what? Answer the phone call. I don't mind that. Just don't be talking the whole time that we're there. You know,
Right.
the whole point is for you to come in and relax and chill and have a good peaceful time there. And it's not like I'm trying to do quantity over quality. It's more like I'm trying to do quality and quantity at the
Yeah.
same time. Like I want you guys to come in, have a good experience, have good lashes, but also not be there for 4 hours on the lash bed.
Right.
Because we all have something to do. Like
Right.
it's being efficient in time and efficient in the work. And that's just
Absolutely.
my goal in general. Like I used to take 3 hours doing lashes.
For a fill or a full set?
A full
Full
set.
set. Okay, okay.
And that's what
She's like a fill.
no, 4 hours, and then cut down to 3.
Wow.
And 3 is where a lot of people are stuck on nowadays. 3 hours.
And
lot
what
of
are you
lash
at right
techs.
now?
I'm at an hour and a half to 2.
Wow.
For the most part, hour and a half.
That's
I
crazy.
really don't take too long now.
just depends on if someone has a bigger eye.
Yeah, no, it depends on the lashes, honestly.
Oh.
Like if you're a
Oh, that makes
girl that
sense.
has a lot of lashes, I'd probably take maybe 2 hours. But if it's like you have a nice amount of lashes, an hour and a half. It
Do
really
you say
doesn't
that
take me
mine
too
is
long.
probably average?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you actually have really nice lashes.
That's actually funny because well, it is, but it's not because when I was pregnant, no joke, I only wore mascara or like put strip lashes on when I had like a photo shoot or like my shower. Like I was so sick and like threw up every single day that like I'm like I can't wear mascara. It's
Yeah.
gonna literally like
It's gonna cry. It's gonna
literally like
deteriorate.
so I legit probably wore mascara 3 times my entire pregnancy.
Oh my
I know,
gosh.
crazy. So my lashes probably got like somewhat healthy from that. I
Oh my
hope.
gosh. If you guys are listening to this podcast, go ahead and go onto our link and send us your pet peeves. Because I'm pretty sure there's so
Yes.
many more. And
Yes, there's so many.
I know that there's so many more. I just can't think of them right
I
now.
can't think of them either. I don't know why I'm
No
blanking
call,
and
no
only
show.
thinking of that. No, let me. Let me just say that this specific day, I had 3 clients, okay? My first client of the day, I'm not going to be upset about this because, okay, I still do her hair. She's really sweet. It was just a little bit of a mess up that morning. She accidentally went to the wrong suite um, in Holland. And yeah, that was that. She didn't end up coming to that appointment because I told her I could only do a focus foil. She wanted a full. It was going to be a color correction. She's like, I just want to reschedule. And I was like, okay, whatever. All right, moving on to the next one. Second one of the day. I do her. Okay. Third one of the day. She no call, no shows me. This is a brand new client. I'm like, what the heck? No call, no show by 15 minutes. Go on my Instagram and I go to quick search up her name. Can't find her. Yeah, you see where this is going?
Uh-huh.
I go into my messages because I know damn well I just messaged her not long ago. I go all the way down, find her name, click on it. Literally, little profile, no post. Literally blocked me. Blocked me to avoid cancellation fees and all that. So instantly when I saw that, I was just like annoyed. I'm like, really? Like, this is so annoying because I had 2 brand new clients today. My first one, we had something happen and, we had to reschedule that. And now this one's just no showing. Like,
Bruh.
the money loss on that day was crazy. Like I was just so upset.
That's crazy.
And let alone like that's just wrong to do to someone to
Yeah.
completely block someone and just go silent treatment on them. So I actually um I actually was so upset and at that she deleted me off Instagram, so I Facebook messengered her.
Messenger.
I know I can't say that word.
Facebook
I
Messenger.
Facebook messaged her and I said, hey, I had you scheduled at 2:30, wondering if you're still planning on your appointment today. And then about 45 minutes later, when I most definitely realized she was not coming and I was on my way home, I was just so annoyed. I said, I understand things happen and stuff comes up. I would have just appreciated a heads up text instead of the silent treatment and getting blocked on Instagram. It's extremely disrespectful. Good luck finding a new hairstylist. Not that she cares. Like, I know she doesn't care, guys. But I just needed to, like, have the last word. And also on
She blocked
Messenger,
you?
yeah, well, on Messenger, I know that you can like hold it down and read it.
Oh.
So that's why I decided to send it on there versus Instagram because she blocked me. So I just wanted to like say something to her. I want her to know that I know that she's, you know,
We would rather you guys tell us that you're not gonna
just
come.
make something up. Like I literally just waited there.
Right.
Like I could have scheduled someone else. Like I could have made a plan with
Especially
my baby. Like come on,
especially morning appointments. Like if you're not gonna come, just let us know so we can get those 2 hours,
for
2 extra hours
sleep.
of sleep, dude. Like
Literally.
is that is a pet peeve. I don't
Hmm.
care if you were scheduled. Like it would literally. I would get more mad if you didn't show up. I woke
Yeah,
up, got ready, I showed up to work, and you didn't show up. Than for you to tell me, "Hey, I'm not gonna be able to come, and I can still be in bed."
absolutely.
Like that is a pet peeve of mine. That
Agreed.
would be a pet peeve of mine.
Agreed.
Yes.
And honestly, I just felt so like I was like, wow. And guess what? From that day is now why I require deposits for new clients,
Bro, isn't that crazy that with like okay,
which I
everybody
think
who
needed to happen. But
yeah, for everyone who's not in the beauty industry and you guys are wondering why people in the beauty industry require so many policies is because of stuff like that.
yeah,
Like if you guys see a policy and you're like, "Why is this a policy?" It's because it's happened.
yeah,
Something has happened for
literally,
us to for it to be required
literally,
in our policy. So like we're not doing this to be so strict. Like we're really not that strict. We just need you guys to be there and be on time
absolutely,
and have respect for what we have going on in our business. That's really
right,
all it is.
right. Because honestly, that day alone, that was more than half of my day. So
Yeah.
can you imagine if that happened once a week and
Yeah. Oh,
52 times a
like the
year?
new policy that you added onto your
Which one?
where if you need a fix, you guys need to come in within.
Within a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
It's a fresh story that she doesn't know she's ready to tell yet.
yeah, I don't know. But long story short, it's truly not something that I'm doing wrong on her hair. Um that's really all I can say is that it's nothing I'm doing wrong, but I'm not going to do it a month and a half later because clearly that's just a touch up and then your next appointment ends up getting pushed out, which is ironic. They always end up getting canceled and then rescheduled later. Probably because you got to fix a month and a half after.
Luna, go to your bed.
Sorry.
Go to your bed.
Luna, you're so cute, baby.
Your nails are just so loud. Good girl.
Oh, I love her.
My dog. She's just walking around. No, but that makes sense though. It's because people would see a small business and just
Absolutely.
abuse it, and then they'd be like, "Oh, it's okay," and like, no, it's not okay.
Especially like a young girl, like,
Yeah, I
feels
can't.
like you can take advantage.
Right, I can't tell you how many Facebook posts I've seen of people who are like, give disputes to other small businesses or just
Yeah.
some petty bullshit
So true.
just because they don't want to pay the price or I don't know.
Which is
It's just
terrible.
yeah, it's
It's
just don't do
terrible.
that. Don't do
No.
that. Honestly,
No.
I get it if it's something like really bad and it's part of the stylist part or tag or whatever. But if it's just someone who's trying to make money, trying to mind their business and you're out here doing the worst to them, like
Yeah.
what why? Like
Why?
what's the purpose?
Right.
What was the reason?
What is the reason?
What is the reason? You guys can go ahead and follow us on our social media platforms on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram.
At Beauty Unedited Podcast.
Yes, go follow us and go share to
Yes.
other stylists and anyone in this industry so they can also tell us a story. We really want you guys to enter your story. Like
Yes.
we're really promoting this part because we really want to hear your guys' story, your guys' crazy stories. Because even though ours are crazy, I feel like there's crazier ones
Oh,
out there.
100%.
100%.
And they're so fun to talk about too.
No, they really are.
They
And
are.
it elaborates us a little bit more to talk about other things too that we probably don't think about in the beauty
Yeah.
industry. So go ahead and do that. And also, you guys can go ahead and follow us on our personal business pages. And you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat at Ness Perfection, Ness Perfection all together.
And then I'm on Instagram at hairby.stephmarie and then TikToks.
Follow us, guys.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.